The envelope was crumpled, sealed with a frantic scrawl of Emily's handwriting. As I unfolded it, my heart pounded against my ribcage like a wild beast. Inside, there was a single page, yellowed by time, and filled with words that would forever change our lives. Dear Michael, the letter began, I have something to confess. Something I've kept hidden for years. My eyes scanned the words, absorbing the truth that lay before me like a dark storm cloud gathering on the horizon. Emily had been keeping secrets through all of us. Terrible secrets have threatened to tear our family apart. I'm not your sister, she wrote, and those 5 words struck me like a blow to the stomach. I sat there, stunned, struggling to comprehend what I was reading. How could this be? Emily was my blood, my flesh and bone. But if her words were true, then our entire lives had been built upon lies. The rest of the letter revealed more painful truth, secrets that Emily had kept hidden for years. She had never told us about the night she was born, about the fear and confusion in her mother's eyes as they wheeled her away from me, swaddled in a blanket. She had never shared the stories of the strangers who visited her, claiming to be family, but offering no proof or explanation. As I read Emily's words, I felt a growing rage bubbling within me. How could she do this to us? How could she betray our trust like this? I wanted to confront her, to scream and shout until she broke down and confessed the whole truth. But I knew that wouldn't be enough. I needed to understand why she had done this, to know what had driven her to keep these secrets for so long. I spent the rest of that night locked in my room, reeling from the shock and betrayal. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, could hardly think straight. The following days were a blur of confusion and anger, as I grappled with the knowledge that everything I had believed about my family was a lie. But as the weeks went by, I began to see things more clearly. Emily wasn't just a liar, she was a victim too. She had been forced to keep these secrets for so long, to protect herself and our family from the truth that would destroy us all, and I realized that if I wanted to heal our broken family, I needed to find a way to forgive her. That wasn't easy. It took months of hard work, of painful conversations, of healing old wounds and learning to trust again. But eventually, we found our way back to each other, our bond stronger than ever before. We didn't talk much about the secrets Emily had kept, but I knew that she was truly sorry for the pain she had caused us. But there was one thing I couldn't forgive: the man who had fathered her, the man who had left my mother to raise a child on her own. He had stolen something precious from me, something irreplaceable, and I needed to find a way to make him pay. I spent weeks researching, gathering information, plotting my revenge, and, when the time was right, I struck. I confronted the man, revealed the truth about his daughter, and made him feel the pain that he had caused me and my family. But as I watched him crumble beneath the weight of his guilt, I realized something important. Revenge didn't bring me peace. It only brought more pain. And so I let him go, and I moved on with my life. My family was not perfect, but we were whole again, stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. We had faced our darkest fears and emerged triumphant, our love for each other stronger than ever before. And though the scars of that summer would never fade completely, I knew that I could face whatever came next with courage and determination. But there was one thing I couldn't forget: the letter that had changed everything, the words that had forced me to confront the truth about my family. And as I looked back on that summer, I realized that sometimes the darkest secrets can bring the brightest light, for it was in those shadows that I found the strength to heal, to forgive, and to move forward, one step at a time.